Good morning, traders. I have had several requests to walk through what a typical day in our trading room looks like. We call this the best trading room in the world. I say that humbly because it is the best trading room in the world as far as I know. And it's primarily because it's been designed by our members for our members. But let's get into a typical day here, and I think you'll agree with me. It's a pretty amazing opportunity. It's a pretty amazing trading room. It's a pretty amazing group of people that we've got inside here. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. I do call this the best live trading room out there on the internet today. As far as I know, this is the most powerful live trading room on the internet today. And again, there's a lot of hubris, I guess, in saying that. And you're like, well, of course you would say that. It's your trading room. But there's a couple of reasons why I say that. Number one is it's built. It is built by and for our members. So pretty much every single week, if not day, we have input coming in from our members. Hey, let's change this, let's alter this, let's add this. And so whatever you're looking for as a trader, it's here. And if it's not here, you just have to speak up. And if it is valuable to the group and we see that there's merit to it, we'll add it. So in that aspect, it's kind of hard to believe that it couldn't be anything but the best trading room out there, because it is giving every member in it the ability to do whatever they want. And so I love that aspect of it, that we mold it, we shape it, we grow it. And in that aspect, guys, it's always improving. It's always improving. I am so excited for some of the things. We're years into this program now, and it is so far removed from what it was when we initially started it. 3 trades a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 trade, no commentary. That was it. We have moved so far beyond that over the last few years, and we're always improving it. We've got 60 websites. We've got 60 websites being built out right now for our members. Every one of them is a pay site. Every one of them is a subscription model, and they will all be free to our members here of content. 60 websites of content, specific training, strategies, books, you name it, website links, software access. It's all going to be available for our members for free. So we're always trying to add value to what we do. We're working right now on 2 annual, or I guess you could say biannual, would be the better way to say that, masterminds. In person. These are so valuable. We're looking at Las Vegas. We're looking at Cabo San Lucas. We're looking at Barcelona, Spain. But I'm so excited about those masterminds and what they can bring to the table, and showing you guys strategies that you've probably never seen before, ways to think about trading that you've never seen before. So I do believe this is the best live trading room on the internet. And I wanted to walk you through, I've gotten several requests for this. I wanted to walk you through a typical day in our trading room. So I just pulled this from Wednesday, October the 19th, and I want to go through trade by trade what we did in our trading room on this day. Okay, so every day is obviously a little different. Some days are more active, some days are less active, some days are more successful, some days are less successful, but this will give you a pretty good overview of why I say I think this is one of the best trading rooms that you're ever going to run across. Okay, so very quickly here, a couple of things. We took 8 total official trades in our trading room on this particular day, on Wednesday. Now, I have a, first of all, we do live trade in a real account with real money. I think that right there separates us from a lot of quote unquote trading gurus or programs out there where there are a lot of theory, but you're never really actually seeing the rubber meet the road. But I have about $100,000. I try to keep it, it goes up a little and down a little, but I try to keep it right at $100,000 account that I live trade in. And our goal is 5% a week. So in my case, it would be $5,000. Again, percentages, if you got $1 million, if you got 10,000, it's going to be different. But for me, my goal is $5,000 a week, $20,000 a month. And again, there's no guarantees in the market, but I think that as you sort of look at a typical day here, you'll come away with saying, okay, that's not fantasy. There's real potential there in being able to do 5% a week. Again, there's no guarantees. It's up to you and I as traders. We can find the opportunities for you. There's never been a week where we've said, nope, sorry guys, we can't find an opportunity for you to make 5%. That opportunity has been there every single week since we've started this program years and years ago. It's going to be on you and I as traders to be able to act on that information correctly and garner those profits. So we know what the potential is. It's up to you and I. And of course, we all know that there's no guarantees in the marketplace. But I think that most people, if you said, hey, we've got a program here that could realistically, if you can execute on it, give you almost $250,000 a year of extra income just coming in. Most people would be interested. I think, right? So this particular Wednesday, we took 8 total trades. That's pretty average. On Fridays, we usually take very few trades as we wind up the week. And we are having some trades that we're adjusting and altering. But typically Monday through Thursday, that's probably average. We generally are going to take somewhere between 25 and 35 trades in our model portfolio every week. So we're very active. And so I guess that's the first thing. If you're in a program right now that's focusing on one singular strategy or one singular trade a day, man, no professional trader, no successful trader that I know of has ever said, yeah, that's a good idea. Focus all your efforts, energy, and put all your money in one single trade. It's just not good diversification. So the trades that we took, the Theta Ferry trade, this has just been fantastic. Call it the Theta Ferry trade, because when I was a little kid, the Tooth Fairy would come, and when we had 6 kids in my family, and so inflation impacted that over time. I'm the oldest of the 6 kids, and so I got $1. Every time I put my tooth under the pillow, the Tooth Fairy gave me $1. By the time it hit my youngest sister, it was up to almost $5. But that's how inflation works, I guess. Well, our Theta Ferry trade is designed to drop $100 under our pillow each night as we sleep. This trade has been fantastic. If this was the only trade that we did in our whole trading room, I think you would justify the subscription fee for being a part of our program. We have done almost 50 of these Theta Ferry trades. 49 out of the 50 have made money. They've come in at the $100 overnight under our pillow profit. One of them didn't work. We hit our stop loss, which is a $300 stop loss. You can see a $300 stop loss on a $100 profit. Doesn't take very long to get that back. Incredible win rate, just absolutely phenomenal. 49 out of 50 trades, incredible win rate. And it happens overnight while we sleep. Now, the power of that is that you are theoretically double dipping on your money. This is money that you're putting to work after the market has closed. So if you're doing zero DTEs, if you're day trading, this is money that was just sitting idle anyway. So, what is a $100 rate of return on capital that you wouldn't have been using otherwise? Well, technically it's infinite because it's money that was just sitting idle. So it is a tremendous way to create some efficiency in our program. We'll talk about that a little bit more in detail. The zero DTEs, probably don't need to talk a lot about those. 0 days to expiration. It's a day trade. On the indexes, we use the SPX and the NDX, and they're very popular. If you're not familiar with zero DTEs, I've got some good training videos here on the YouTube channel that you can check out, but they are, I would consider to be one of our premier trades. They get most of the attention. I believe, unless somebody can show me differently, that we have the best track record for zero DTE trades of anyone online today. We have the best win rate. Our win rate on these is about 98.2% success rate. And we have, I believe, the highest dollar profit. You'll hear people with zero DTE trading rooms that focus on things like butterflies say, we doubled our money today. We tripled our money today. We made a tenfold return on our money today. We made 1,000% return. And then at the end of the month, they will show you, if they do actually show you, very few of them do, they'll show you what their actual annualized profit for the month on their actual money was. It's like 6% a month. Guys, we have a passive investing program called the AST that it's passive investing. It's not day trading. And we're very close to 6% a month in some months on that passive investing approach. Just stick your money in and you don't have to stare at it. So 6% a month is not something that we're very excited about. We're excited about 5% a week. Okay. But I love our zero DTEs. They're probably 30% of the potential that we need to get that 5% a week or $5,000 a week income. So they're obviously a big percentage of what we do. So we did a zero DTE on the SPX. We did a bond trade. Now, this is a big thing that I think sets us apart from other programs and allows me to say we're one of the best trading programs out there. I love to trade things that are in the market, but not of the market. Things that trade inside of the stock market, but if the Dow Jones Industrial Average crashes by 800 points in a day, it doesn't affect these. In fact, it sometimes actually helps them. It actually makes money. And it's awesome to have things in your account that have negative correlations. And what I mean by that is you'll talk about diversification a lot. Everybody knows about diversification. We don't care about diversification. We care about asset allocation, right? People will say, well, I'm very diversified. I have 20 positions on. Great. What's the delta on all of them? What would happen to your 20 positions if the Dow did drop by 800 points today? Oh, well, they would all lose money. Okay, so you're not really diversified. You are what we call spread around. Asset allocation is where one thing, as it goes down, pushes another thing up. So we are in a bond trade right now that just looks absolutely amazing. This is a 10-year bond. It is the futures. So again, we're taking things to a higher level. We use the futures quite often in our trades here. You'll see we did another one down here in just a minute. But this was a bond trade, and it has tremendous, tremendous potential. This is a trade that has the potential to double our money. So again, when we're looking to, bring in 20% a month, that would be our goal, right? 20% a month. We have everything across the board from things that make 1% a week, which is obviously lower than that, but very consistent, up to things that can double our money. And across the board, we should be coming in around 20% a month. At least that's our target. Again, no guarantees in the marketplace. But we did a bond trade, covered call trade on it. We cash flow almost every trade. Very few trades that we take are directional in nature. We cash flowed it, and it's just looking lovely. We did a butterfly trade. So again, butterflies are a big thing right now. We put this out for 1 day into the future. This is a 1 DTE. So we were buying this for the next day's expiration. One of the things that I think we do really well in our trading room is we spend a lot of our day, and I spend a lot of my time in my research, finding support resistance levels, finding areas of inflection in the marketplace, looking at all kinds of things, looking at volume profile, looking at the point of control, looking where VWAP is, looking at the pivot points, looking at all of the Fibonacci lines, past and previous support resistance lines going back historically. And we can usually put on a 1 day to expiration butterfly that's incredibly cheap. And I'm going to show you a cool thing about the way we do butterflies differently than I think most people do. We have never, ever lost a single penny of our principal in butterflies. Never, ever lost a single penny. And we never will, because we never, ever put any of our own cash in these trades. The only thing that we put into butterflies is our profits. So you'll see kind of how we talk about that. Traders talk about position sizing. Gamblers talk about managing their money roll or managing their cash, right? And we do the same thing here with butterflies. We're never, ever going to put any of our personal money at risk in a butterfly. The only thing we ever put in there is profits. So I don't know how many people can say, yes, we trade butterflies. No, we've never lost a single penny of our personal principal. It's a nice way to trade them. I love it. We added a new Theta Ferry, so we do this every single day. We actually start our Theta Ferry trades on Sunday. So we like to just sort of tongue-in-cheek say, hey, we trade 24/6. But you know what? We kind of do. We kind of do. I will put trades on sometimes at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, my time, Mountain Standard Time. We are trading on Sunday evenings. We will be trading on Sunday evenings. So if you want to trade and you happen to be, we have people in pretty close to every continent in the world in this program. And so if you're in Europe, or if you're in, heaven forbid, you're in Australia, or you're in someplace like Hawaii where the market opens up at 3:30 in the morning, it can be tough, right? Not heaven forbid, Australia is a wonderful place, but if you're in a time zone where it is somewhat restrictive for you to trade the U.S. markets, well, you don't have to just trade the cash markets. We trade at all hours of the day. So we added a new Theta Ferry trade for the next day, for Thursday. We double dipped on our 0 DTE. Now, this is another thing that I think separates us and makes us, I think, a little bit different than other trading rooms that do the 0 DTE strategy. We've had roughly about 150 or so days of, we've had about 95 days of 0 DTE opportunities to trade this year, and we've done about 160 0 DTEs. So again, just a little bit under 100 opportunities this year, but yet we've done 160. So we don't double dip on our 0 DTEs every day, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And again, here's what's powerful about this. Sometimes we will run 2 0 DTEs simultaneously, one on the SPX, one on the NDX. It has to validate. There has to be a reason why. They have to be diverging in some way that makes it make sense to have them both on separately. But generally, our approach is to start with the SPX in the morning, book our profit, move to the NDX in the afternoon. So you are double dipping on your capital. If we're going to put $5,000 in this SPX trade, and let's say we make a 10% return, we make $500. Again, that would be 10%. That would be our target for our 0 DTEs. But then we take that, we book the profit. We're out of the trade. So now we take that $5,000 and we put that into the next 0 DTE. Now, if we were to make, another $500 there, that's not a 10% return on our capital. It's a 10% return on the trade, but it's a 20% return on our capital because we're reusing that same capital. So it is a very, very efficient way to trade. We could throw out, 10 0 DTEs simultaneously if that was our goal, but you're gonna have to come up with $50,000. So again, I don't know that there's any 0 DTE trading room that is doing that approach. We also did a broken wing butterfly. These are probably, in my opinion, one of the most powerful trades. They are sort of a hybrid in between a iron condor that has a huge probability of success, but a poor risk-reward ratio, and a butterfly that has a great risk-reward ratio, but a poor probability of success. So broken wing butterflies, they're a little more expensive than a normal butterfly, but they have higher probabilities of success. And again, we've never lost a single penny of our principal in any of these trades. Never lost a single penny because the only thing we put into those butterflies are a portion of our profits from our earlier trades. So again, if you're going to trade a low probability, high profit potential trade, you want to make sure that you don't have any of your own money at risk. And then last but not least, that day, we did a 1 day to expiration futures trade. So we love to trade the futures. We love to have the opportunity to manage that trade, exit that trade, add to that trade, adjust that trade overnight as the overnight session is trading. So we utilize futures quite a bit. Yeah, the commissions are more expensive on futures than they are on equities. But you know what? If you paid twice the commission but still made an extra $500 overnight, you can either stand on your high horse and say, well, I will not pay those commissions, or you can say, well, I did pay the commissions and I'm still $500 ahead. So we love those trades. We monitor the premium as it rolls out over the week very closely. Now, I'll use an example of our 4 day to expiration trades. We initiate those on Monday every week. I'm going to talk about having a weekly schedule for you as a trader here in just a second. But in 2021, our 4 day to expiration trades were amazing. They were just money. It was like you threw it on Monday and you're already figuring out on Friday where you're going to spend your profits. Our 0 DTE trades were tough. They were a struggle every day. Well, 2022 now, a lot more volatility in the marketplace. We're getting 2.5 to sometimes 3 times the premium now in our 0 DTE trades than what we got last year in 2021. So our 0 DTE trades today, they couldn't possibly be any better. I mean, you're not going to get better than 98.2%. You're just not. There is no 100% system out there, okay? So they are just fantastic, but our 4 DTEs now are a little more challenged as we get more volatility in the market. And you're like, well, I'm going to put this on Monday. I got to hold on to this thing until Friday. Who knows what the market's going to do over this week, right? So everything ebbs and flows. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense from a risk perspective to put an overnight trade on. Sometimes the premiums are so massive that you can be somewhat wrong in the trade and still come out in the profits. And I think you'll actually see that in this example for today, this Wednesday. Where we were somewhat wrong in the trade and we still ended up making money. Okay, so let's go through these and let's talk about our first one, which is the Theta Ferry trade. And this, folks, this is so powerful. We've done basically 50 of these trades. Well, I've done these trades for probably a decade, every single solitary day, but we've just started them recently as quote unquote official trades in our live trading room. So we've done about 50 of these officially. Win rate, 49 winners, 1 loser. That's really impressive. The loser, couple things. It hit our stop loss of $300. And number 2, if I would have just left the darn thing as the day progressed, it would have made money. But that's not the plan, and we want to be disciplined traders, and taking stop losses is a part of that. But it has been an absolutely phenomenal trade, and we are right now averaging $1,700 a month profit on this particular trade. That's what we've been averaging profit-wise. Okay, over the last 50 trades that we've done. That's what it's annualizing out at. So this is basically this is a trade that could equal an extra $20,000 a year potential in your pocket. That's why I say if this was the only trade that we had in our whole program, I think most people would say, yeah, I would be interested in looking at one trade that I put on when the market closes. I go to sleep. I don't watch it. I go to sleep. When I wake up in the morning, there should be $100 under my pillow. Okay. Now, why 1,700 when there's 20 trading days in the month? Well, we do have one loss in here. There are a few days. They don't happen very often, but there are a few days where we will just say, hey, you know what? Things are too crazy right now in the futures market to hold one of these trades overnight. We're going to manage our risk and not do that trade. So we will have a few days that we don't take that. And we don't take the trade generally on Friday. We don't hold it over the weekend. The premium that we get for a Monday expiration on a Friday afternoon is not enough, generally speaking, to justify holding it over the weekend. But we make up for that by trading on Sunday evening. We actually start our trading week on Sunday evening, okay? So this has just been a phenomenal trade. This was our trade right here. You can see some of the numbers on it. Let me grab my cursor here. You can see some of the numbers on it. We entered it at 2:03 p.m. I'm on Mountain Time, so the market for me closes at 2 p.m. So literally 3 minutes after the cash markets closed, we put this trade on, brought in a credit of $8.50. We're trying to get on this trade. We set our take profit on this trade at somewhere between $2 and $2.25. Every point in the E-mini futures is worth $50. So 2 points is your $100 profit. But we like to try to shoot for $2.25. That covers all our fees and commissions and actually puts a little bit more, technically, than it was actually a little bit more than $100 in our pocket. But this trade, very nice. You can see again what we're talking about here. I put it on at 2:03, so 3 minutes after the market closed. And the take profit order hit while I was sleeping overnight at 1:40 a.m. So there you go. Our second trade was a 0 DTE. Now again, we do 20 plus trades in our trading room. We are not a one-trick pony. I don't like being called a 0 DTE trading room. And I don't like that all of the focus goes there. And I don't like that it's the hottest, newest, shiniest trade out there right now that traders look at. But it is a big part of what we do. And you know, I don't want to downplay it too much because, again, I believe we have the best track record in terms of win-loss ratio and actual dollar profits of anyone on the internet today with regards to a 0 DTE. And they do make up probably 30 to maybe even 35% or 40% of our weekly goal. Our weekly goal, again, is about 5% a week. So for me, on my $100,000 model portfolio, it would be about a $5,000 profit for the week. So it is a good portion. Even though we're doing 20 trades, it obviously does a lot of the heavy lifting. So you can see that we opened this trade up at 7:43 a.m. again, Mountain Time. So the market for me opens up at 7:30 in the morning. We look at all kinds of things. We look at the tick and the trend. We look at the AD line. We look at up-down volume. We look at where the VWAP is. We look at where the point of control is. We look at volume profile. We look at pivot points. We look at support resistance lines. We look at Fibonacci lines. We look at where we're at in that support resistance box, and is the market breaking up? Is it breaking down? Is it staying inside and consolidating? And usually, not always, but usually within about 20 minutes or so to the market opening up, we can get a good idea of how we want to start our 0 DTE for the day. So you'll see, literally there, 13 minutes into the trading day, we put the trade on. We took it off at about midday, 11:05 a.m., and booked our profit on that. $16,000 into that trade, $1,470 profit on the day. One of the things that I talk a lot about is that you have to decide what you're looking for out of a trading room. Are you trading for fun? Are you trading for camaraderie? Some people love to get into a Discord chat room where there's a bunch of people and they can make friends and they can chat. Or are you trading for profits? Now, we trade for fun. Should be fun. We trade for camaraderie. We have some interesting characters in our trading room that you'll meet if you join us. But we ultimately trade for profit. And I am targeting $1,000 a day. Okay. That's what I'm interested in. And I think a lot of our members are the same. We love each other. We get a lot of enjoyment out of conversing each day inside of our live trading room and talking about trades and different things in life, just in general, just beyond trading. Well, let's be real. Nobody is going to stick around in this trading room and pay their monthly subscription fees if they don't really feel like they've got a shot at making some serious money. Okay, so this is obviously our 0 DT is a big part of that. So that was our second trade on the day. I will say, if you if you're interested in trading 0 DTEs and you want to step up your game to, again, what I believe is the premier approach of trading 0 DTEs. We have the best win-loss ratio of any 0 DTE program that I know of, and I will stack up our monthly actual dollar profit against any of these butterfly rooms that are like, we doubled our money today, we tripled our money today. And at the end of the month, there's no actual cash involved because they're doing $100 trades, $200 trades. If you want to trade with us live for 7 days for free, just go to the website, try0dteforfree.com. And we have an actual real free trial. You don't put a penny up for that, okay? So if you don't have a reasonable chance of making $1,000 a day profit on what for me would be a $100,000 account, maybe step it up. Give us a try, okay? Next trade, third trade that we did on the day was the bond trade, okay? Now, again, if all your trading, I love it when quote unquote real experienced traders come into our trading room and they're like, I know it all. And we start doing trades and like, man, I've never traded that before. I'd never even thought about that trade. This is the 10-year bond. This was a $2,750 account that we made $350 on in 2 days. This long position right here, I still own. It's up another $1,100 right now as I speak. And I think I can cash flow this $2,700 position for probably close to $1,100 a month. That's potential. I don't know what the results are going to be yet. There are no guarantees in the marketplace. But if you have the potential to make, say, $13,000 a year on a $2,700 investment, you might want to expand your knowledge base and look at doing non-equity correlated investing opportunities. And that's what we had right here. This has been an awesome awesome setup for us. The next one on the list was a butterfly. So butterflies are interesting because they are what we call asymmetric. And what I mean by asymmetric is that the risk-reward ratio is very nice on these. You are risking a very small amount for a huge potential profit. But the problem with butterflies is that they generally are going to work. They have a probability of success of about 12 to 20%. That's not great. Do you really want to put your money in a trade that has tremendous potential? What is the risk-reward ratio? What is the risk-reward ratio? It can be 1 to 10. That's pretty impressive. Put in $1,000, you could potentially turn it into $10,000. That's real. Those are real numbers, but these are real numbers too. So you are not going to be having a high win rate on butterflies. We solve that issue by never, ever putting any of our actual principal in this trade. We've never lost a single penny of our own money in this trade because all we put into the trade are profits from our previous trades. So again, managing your bankroll as a gambler would say, position sizing, or asset allocation as a trader would say, it's very, very critical. I don't know that there's a lot of people that are trading butterflies with this approach. Okay, the trade worked out quite well for us. We doubled our money. So you can see that we put the trade on. I spent $65 on the trade. That's my investment into the trade. And here's what's great about these trades. This is we call this the tent. The tent's very, very narrow. It's very narrow. Yeah, you can make 10 times your money if you were to pin the tent right there. But again, probabilities of doing that very, very low. And so to get the most out of a butterfly, you kind of just have to be hands off and let it do its thing and go all the way to expiration and see where it lands. Well, we feel comfortable doing that because we're only putting a very small amount into these. Sometimes these will get up to crazy numbers like $250. But generally, it's a very small amount that we're putting into these trades. And number two, B, it doesn't matter what the trade does because it's all profit that we put in there. We're not putting any of our own principal in there. So yeah, it's only a $65 profit, but we doubled our money. We literally doubled our money in that trade. And this is, again, what you will hear Butterfly live trading rooms, zero DTE rooms say, that's all you hear them say. We doubled our money today. We doubled our money today. They don't tell you that it's $65 and that it's also a trade that only works 15% of the time and that they put their own hard-earned $65 in that trade. There is a better way to trade butterflies. Trade number 5 was our new Theta Ferry trade. Every day we're putting a new one of these on. We jumped into this one early. Again, we just had an opportunity that presented itself early in the day where we had some movement. It pushed some IV into the trade, and this was a trade that was bouncing around $8, and it just shot up to $9.20. We took advantage. We jumped on it, and this one, again, was much better than our $2 credit to $2.25 credit that we shoot for. That gives us our $100 overnight profit. We actually, instead of the $100 profit on this trade, we booked a $150 profit because you can see we got a much better exit than that. And again, this one, we didn't even get to go to sleep yet. It hit at 5 p.m. my time, Mountain Time. So again, we love these Theta Ferry trades. You know, again, if I could show you one trade that has a ridiculously high consistency, we're going to do 20 plus trades in this trading room, and just one of them can add an extra potential 20 grand a year to your income. That's the Theta Ferry trade. Trade number 6 was our second zero DTE of the day, and we followed our methodology, our plan. We went in onto the NDX. Now, this is not the video to explain the methodology behind this and why we start with the SPX and finish with the NDX. But there's a lot of actual statistics that go along with this. We did, again, look at our AD lines and our up-down volume and the tick and all this kind of stuff to decide, hey, is this trending up? Is it trending down? Is it consolidating? It was consolidating. So we put a full iron condor on, 2,500 buying power, $230 profit on the trade. That trade just expired on its own, fully profitable. We didn't have to do anything with it. Okay. Our next trade that we put on is a broken wing butterfly. Now, broken wing butterflies, a little bit interesting. Again, probably one of my favorite trades. A little bit of a hybrid between a iron condor and a normal butterfly. Has a higher probability of success than a butterfly. Has less risk than an iron condor. And it has what we call an open profit corridor here. So you don't actually have to hit the tent. On a butterfly, you need to try to get inside that tent. On a broken wing butterfly, you don't need that. It would obviously, you can see here, it would be a small profit, but no matter how high this went up, and we can switch this around so that the profit corridor is down on this side. So they're interesting trades. I really like them from that standpoint. We put $55 into this broken wing butterfly. You can see we put it in about 11 a.m. in the morning. And then again, this is mountain time. And then right before the close, market closes at 2 p.m. my time. We pulled it out for $290. So about a $235 profit on a $55 investment that was free to us. That $55 was not my or your hard-earned money. That was just simply a little bit of the profits from our other trades that we were taking and setting aside here. If this trade doesn't work and we lose all $55, the only thing it does, it's basically a rounding error on what our overall profits are for the day. It doesn't really even affect our percentage return. It's so small. This is how you trade butterflies. This is how you trade broken wing butterflies. Don't put your capital into these types of trades, okay? Our last trade was that 1 day to expiration ES. Guys, if you're not utilizing the overnight markets, if you're not utilizing the futures, you're missing out. If you take a look at this trade, you can see that we put this on today that I'm showing you, Wednesday the 19th. It was tough getting a fill on this. I got a partial fill here at 65 cents, and then I filled the remainder of the 22 contracts at 60 cents. I thought this trade was going to be a slam dunk. I thought it was going to be an absolute slam dunk, $2,000 profit potential on this trade. We come in to the next day. You can see it's about 10:30 in the morning there, 10:45 there. And the trade just simply didn't really pan out. It didn't really pan out like I had hoped that it would. You can see that I exited half of the trade, or 11 contracts there, at a 35 cent debit, which is nice. You know, I got in between 60 and 65 cent credit. That's nice. Got rid of the last of them at 65 cents, which was basically what I entered some of them in at. It really didn't pan out that well in terms of how the trade worked, but the dollar profit was still amazing because we get an edge. One of the things that we're always looking for as traders is an edge in the marketplace. Do you have an edge? Do you have an advantage? If you're just buying or shorting something, it's a 50-50 probability. You don't really have an edge. We saw that there was an abnormally high level of premium in this trade. The trade didn't really work, but just the passage of time overnight allowed us to still put $820 in our profit, $820 profit in our pocket. So anyway, in addition to that, we took 6 additional trades that day. So on top of the 8 official trades, we had 6 additional adjustments of trades that we already had in our model portfolio. We have about 20-25 trades consistently going on inside of our model portfolio. And we are always adjusting and enhancing or booking profits or adding to or subtracting from those trades. So we didn't. So again, very, very active. This is a trading room where you're not just a one-trick pony looking at one single trade. What was the result of all of this? at the end of the day? Well, the average buying power, you may say, man, you threw a lot of money at these trades. We really didn't, because a lot of the money that we used was either A, peeling off profits from our other trades, or B, double dipping on that capital. We used our Theta Ferry money twice. We used our 0DTE money twice. So we put about $16,000 into our trades and brought in about $3,400 profit on the day. Now, this is above average. We don't have $3,400 days every day. Every one of our trades worked. They don't always work. But that's not really the point. I don't think this is really the point of this video. The point is really to show you that we are one of the most robust live trading rooms out there. We're not a one-trick pony throwing one trade idea at you and you're done for the day. Okay? So this is why I think we stand out above the rest of the crowd. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of how we trade, what we trade, the approaches that we use. Now, if you are interested, or if you're wondering if this is even right for you, let me give you some input on that. Number one, this live trading room is good for experienced traders. If you don't know how to roll a trade, if you don't know how to use your risk graph, if you don't know how to understand the strategies that we are using, that's okay. We'll let you in. But I want you to paper trade for a while, and I want you to interact with me on a daily basis, making me sure that you understand what we're doing first. One of our mantras is that we never ever trade a trade we don't understand, and you need to own your trades. This is not a trade alert service. I can't legally give you investment advice. So you shouldn't just be blindly following what I'm doing. You should understand it. You should make it your own. So if you are an experienced trader, but you need a system, you're every day you're waking up and you're like, what do I do today? How am I going to make money today? We have a system. We have a proven system. How do you develop confidence in putting your money at risk in a trade if it's something you've never done? Well, doesn't having a proven system of success behind that trade help? I think it does. So we have a proven system. If you need a business plan, if you need a business plan, we will give you an outline every Sunday evening or early Monday morning about what we are looking to accomplish that week. And we will go through in a very detailed manner. Here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On a Sunday evening or a Monday morning, when that video goes out, you'll know what we're looking to do on Thursday, what we're looking to do on Friday. So if you need a business plan and you need to step up your game, we can help you with that. We do that. If you need a one-on-one mentor, guys, every question has an answer. Every question has an answer. So the problem with trading is it's a lonely game. Come join us. We've got 250 members that are all focused on the same strategies, on the same days, looking for the same results, and interacting with regards to that, talking about that. You and I can chat anytime you want. So I'll help you get the answers that you seek. We can't make guarantees in the marketplace in terms of your results, but I can guarantee you that I will always be there to answer your questions. I don't know how many programs you've been in where the person that you're running that, you don't get that access. You do not get daily access to them. You'll have one-on-one with me, okay? If you need higher level strategies, I can promise you that there are approaches and strategies that we use in here that you've never seen before, because a couple of them I came up with. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to take your game to a higher level. If you need to move beyond 0DTE, I'm just going to say this. If you are paying a subscription to a trading room where all they do are 0DTE approaches, what the heck are you doing? Stop paying your money to that one-trick pony and come find a approach that is more robust and more professional in nature. No successful trader anywhere in the world is going to say that there is one trade, whether it's a 0DT or whatever. There's one trade, and that's all you need to focus on and stick with. That just not how it works, guys. So if you want to move beyond 0DTs and you're an experienced trader, this might be the place for you. If you find yourself already in a trading room, you're already in a Discord room, you're already with a bunch of people that are trading, but you didn't get a real free trial, they actually made you pay money for their trial, then that's not cool because that's not what a trial is. So it always worries me a little bit when the first interaction you have with somebody is based on a lie. But we will give you a real free trial, and we give you 4 hours of training right up front. I will invest very close to 5 hours into you when you come into the training room. I'll give you 4 hours of training, and then I will spend up to an hour with you individually, one-on-one, as you're getting started to make sure you get off on the right foot. So I don't know where else you're going to go that you're going to get that. We do real trades in a real account with real money. We have real transparency. We timestamp every single one of our trades, and we document them so that you can go back and refer to them. Good, bad, or indifferent, we never hide a trade. You will always have full transparency with what we do. I can't tell you how many 0DTE rooms or trading rooms or services or programs I've looked at, and I'm like, I'm on their website. I've submitted questions. I've looked around. I cannot find your track record. I cannot find where your results are. Sounds great, but there's no transparency in what you're actually doing. Okay. We do also live video record every one of our Zoom sessions. And those are available to you for unlimited playback. So we have some amazing training sessions each day in addition to our actual trades themselves. And you have access to that for free on unlimited basis. Okay. Unlimited contact with me 24 hours a day. People laugh at that. I always tell everybody, shoot me a direct message at 2 in the morning. Shoot me a direct message at 4 in the morning. You'll get a response back pretty quick. We pretty much are trading 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. Okay, we do take Saturdays off. Market commentary with trading levels and market bias every day. That in and of itself, I believe, is worth the monthly subscription. Just that one item alone. What levels we look at, how we set up our trades. Why do we have almost a 99% success rate? It's because of that. It's because of that. I think the levels that we're able to find work really, really well. Okay. 22 different trading strategies beyond 0DT. Again, if you're a one-trick pony, if you're in a trading room that all they're giving you are 0DTEs, I don't know how else to say it, guys. You're kind of getting ripped off. It's not the right approach. Okay, so expand your trading horizon. Dynamic versus static 0DTs. One of the reasons I believe that we have such a high win rate on our 0DTE trades is that we do trade them dynamically. We are adjusting them, altering them, enhancing them pretty much all day long as the market is open. We go into our trades initially with the assumption that we're going to be wrong. We go into every trade assuming we're going to be wrong, and we have a structure set up to alter our trade to match what the market is doing. So that is, versus a static approach of just saying, hey, it's either going to work or it isn't. It's binary in nature. And we're going to use a stop loss and just take a stop loss, take a hit if it doesn't work. We don't do that. Okay. 0DT setups with at least $1,000 a day of profit potential. We talked about that. Guys, what's the point of doing this if you can't make real money? I mean, what's the point of it? Why would you be doing a butterfly trade as a standalone trade with $60 and you triple it? Great. You made 300%. And you made $180. What was the point of that? You could have made more just working a normal job someplace. It doesn't make any sense. So again, if you don't have $1,000 a day profit potential. Again, there's no guarantees, but we know that there is potential that we can find every day that gives that to us. And then last but not least is our 200% guarantee. I'll double your money back. You get into our program, you go through the free trial, you like it, you sign up for the first month. If at the end of the first month, you follow all of the trainings that we lay out for you and you still come back and you're like, nah, I think you're wrong. I don't think this is the most amazing trading room online today. No questions asked. I will give you two times. I'll give you a 200% return, double your money back on your first month's subscription. So there is no more solid guarantee than what we can give you. There is no lower barrier to entry, no cost to come trade with us. So give it a try if you like it. I think that is absolutely the best guarantee, no risk guarantee that you're going to get out there. And it is a very simple way to do that. Just go to our try0dteforfree.com website. It will link you to getting your trial set up. You'll get an email response personally, not an autoresponder, an actual email from me coming right back into your inbox with 4 hours of training and the steps that you need to go through to understand how we set up our trades, what we do, and a link for you and I to set up a one-on-one Zoom session to go over your trading style, history, successes and failures, what you need, what you're looking for, and set up a plan of action for you. So guys, that's why I think we have the best trading room in the world. Come check it out. I think you'll agree. Take care. Have a good trading week.